What's up, degenerates? Right, one selection for you tomorrow. Before I go into that, even before I recap today as well, let's just wish Joe Ward the best of luck fighting on the Vasily Lomachenko undercard at Madison Square Garden tonight. So really best of luck. He's a light heavyweight bout. I think his opponent has a record of 10 wins and 10-3-1, I think. So really great fight, lovely stepping stone, massive top rank card to be on. So really big stage. The very best of luck, Joe. No doubt you'll shine. Put this lad away in style. Yeah, so the very best of luck. You know, really, it's great to see Joe getting on these massive cards, and it's a big stage tonight. So I really hope you get the dynamite performance and shine and move on to better things. Right, so tomorrow. Oh, before I go on to tomorrow, let's recap then today's race. And I just went for one selection on the YouTube. Ballyadam, yeah, I feel kind of sick because I disowned Guard Your Dreams, the winner of the race, who I tipped up the last twice. Change of tactics today, ridden more aggressive over the 2 mile, and was very gutsy. Ballyadam travelled too keen, travelled well and found nothing. So definitely, he's just a horse I'll stay away from now until he proves otherwise. What else have we today? So let's recap the Patreon service. So we had a couple of winners and a couple of disappointing horses. But let's start with the disappointing horses. So Kicks for Six, is it? So the Warren Greatrex horse in the maiden hurdle, he was 18-1 this morning. And I thought he would have been overpriced on a bumper run he had. But unfortunately, this horse just cannot jump. Ran terrible, jumped terrible, done everything terrible. And he's a horse now, you just black book him until he shows difference. Now, he is a young horse and he could get things on track. But I was really hoping he could have ran a lot better than that. But anyway, it is what it is. He didn't jump. And he ran terrible. Then we kicked into gear. We had a lovely winner, Staghorn, jumped like a stag for the first half of the race. And it was funny because he winged the first 3 or 4 hurdles. And then I said, I was just watching and I said, oh, what'll he do now when he gets in tight? Because he's met every one of them on a forward stride. So a little clumsy in tight. But apart from that, he jumped like a stag on the whole. So Staghorn, really impressive debut because he really pressed on and he done what he done on the flat a few times. He really gallops, and I'd say he's a bottomless pit when it comes to stamina. Then we kicked into gear with a 9-1 winner, Flashing Glance. So really exciting stuff to get 2 winners today. Then we had a really strong selection in the Gold Tier, a 5 points win, and I'm sick. He fell at the second last, and he was really travelling nicely. He jumped up between the eventual second and the winner. So the horse that won the race, he had jumped by him at the second last just to knuckle over on landing. So I'm pretty confident we would have collected easy. The horse that won it ended up missing the second last, losing a load of ground and still running down the winner. We were jumping by the horse that won it at the second last on the bridle. So I think well, slightly behind the bridle, but our jockey hadn't gone for him at all. So I think we missed out on a good winner there as well. And then we had one other selection that finished 3rd in Wolverhampton. But a really solid day. Another fucking good profit today on the service. So really happy to dig out Flashing Glance, a 9-1 winner there in Hereford. And had to battle hard, but battle hard he did and got the win. Right, one horse tomorrow. I'm not too sure about the time of this race, but I think it's the 1 o'clock in Carlisle. Papo Tango Charlie. Now, he is at the head of the market, but I'm just going to say a point win. Now, I'm going to say a point each way as well. 50-1 for the Marsh chase in Cheltenham. Now, I know you have all the Bob Ollingers and you have all the high-class horses, but this horse, for me, could be anything over fences. He has to lump a big weight tomorrow, but it's his second start. He's won around the track, and when he came first, he was bought for a lot of money. I can't remember the sum, but he was bought for a lot of money. And he was just too big and immature to let it happen over hurdles. But I wouldn't be surprised if John Joe O'Neill has a real one on his hands here now as a chaser. And I think I wouldn't mind not having a small few bob each way on him tomorrow before he runs a 50-1 in the Marsh chase. Because if he can lump top weight round here tomorrow and do this in style, I think he'll be shorter than a 50-1 shot, a lot shorter, because there's a horse in this race, Joke Dancer, is definitely interesting coming back and trip. But if this horse can kick him out of the way, which I think he will, I think he's a point each way, 50-1 anti-post for the Marsh chase. Maybe get a small little few pound on him, because he really looked very good over fences the last time. Now, the form of the race has been let down a bit. The horse that finished third, Killer Kane, definitely wasn't great in Exeter the last day. But I think this horse could be special over fences. And he might justify his price tag. Well, it's hard to justify these big price tags for National Hunt horses. But definitely an interesting horse. 50-1 for the Marsh. I'd have a little pint each way, and I'll go a pint win tomorrow. You know, it's tough for these novices to lump big weights around, but if he can do it tomorrow and do it impressive off the £10 hike, I think he's up to 138, and I expect him to end up a far, far better horse than 138. So we'll see how we go. Anyway, that's it tomorrow. Pop Tango Charlie. Right, another really solid day on the service. Dug out a 9-1 winner, and 2 pints each way, and 3 pints win on Staghorn at 13-8, went off odds on, so that got the value, as well as the other day having the 3 winners in the one day, 7-1, 6-1, 130. So since Monday I've had a 9-1 winner, 13-8 winner, 7-1, 6-1, and 130. And there was one other winner in there. Anyway, I can't remember him, but one horse won somewhere along the way as well. Anyway, that's the way we roll. Hopefully we can kick on now and get a right good run up to Christmas. That's the plan. Right, the time for codding is over. Best of luck to Joe Ward tonight in Madison Square Garden. Blast them over, Joe.